Alrighty. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through. I do appreciate it on a Saturday morning. Those of you who've got video cameras and photo cameras with you this morning, you're welcome to take some short videos and photos of us. But can I tell you that everything that's happening today is recorded already, and you will be able to find it on YouTube about 30 minutes after this presentation. So don't waste your data and your space. We've got it all for you out there in that great cloud server called YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for coming through this morning. We at DuePoint believe we're the foremost wealth creation company in South Africa today. It's a big statement, but we believe that it is true. We've been around for a good couple of years now, so we've seen the competition and we've seen the lack of competition. And what we do know is that we believe we've brought a solution to South Africans that gives us a sense of excitement here at DuePoint, and for those that have joined us over the years, have brought them a new hope. Again, I say these things as statements of fact, not as marketing things that you hear every day. You watch TV, you watch the adverts. I was in fact listening to some lovely adverts that have been, a lot of money has been spent on them that are running on the radio at the moment in my car. And I imagine there's some TV adverts, but I don't see the TV adverts very often anymore. And a lot of money have been spent on them talking about creating wealth for individuals. And it's investment companies, and you have to have money to start with. But you know, if you give them your money, then they can make you money. What they have forgotten, of course, is that in our country today, we don't have money to start with. 99% of us do not have R1 million to put into someone else's bank account for them to make R2 million out of. I love the story. There's a guy who was running he's actually recognized as running the biggest, most successful Ponzi scheme in the history of America. And he ran it from the mid-'80s to the mid-'90s, about a decade he ran it. And he made a lot of people a lot of money until they put him in jail. And one of his friends who he went to when he started the scheme, he said to him, listen, I'm starting this whole thing. I'll be able to give you 25% return on your money every month, etc. Now you got to remember, in America, you get nothing. You get 0.25% return a year. Here, he was promising 25% a month. But I need some money to get this thing going. So his friend lent him $2 billion in 1986. I don't know what I've been doing with my time. I don't know what I have been doing with my time. Well, anyway, the rest of us mere mortals, we don't have any money to start with. And here at DuePoint, we hope to bring that kind of tool to you. For those of us who don't have anything to start with, we want a tool that allows us to start from scratch and to build ourselves some hope and some wealth in South Africa. Now, why did we decide to do this? Well, about 5 years ago, we started looking into a problem that has now grown into a crisis in South Africa. We had already started to realize that South Africa's economy and South Africans within it were moving to a point where individual citizens would not have control anymore of their economic circumstances. Most South Africans don't know this, but over the last half decade, we have really, really lost our ability to control our income and our expenditure. If you're employed, you know you can't go tomorrow and get an increase. There's a committee of people that will decide once a year what increase you get. You also can't demand that that increase equals inflation. I mean, you might find you got 10% last year as an increase. That wasn't inflation. I know that the government statistics say 6 and 6.8 and all of that, but that's not true for us on the ground. For us on the ground, it's 20-25% per annum. That's how we're seeing our prices increasing. We don't have the ability to match that. And on the other side of the same coin, we don't have the ability to control our expenditure. You know, people say, well, cut back on your expenditure, chop all of this out. You know, that's fine when there aren't 8 petrol price increases in 14 months. You know, 8 petrol price increases means that our prices have gone up astronomically in the last year. Didn't matter how much you cut back, the price increases were outrunning your cutbacks. We have also had a VAT increase, and so on and so on. The rand has depreciated by more than 25% in the last 2 years or 3 years. We have no ability to control our economic circumstances, and as a corporate, that's a problem for us, because in the long term, it means we won't be sustainable. If our customers cannot buy our products because they don't have any income, well, then that's a problem for us. And so we sat down and we said we needed to build a real solution, not a political solution. Political solutions don't work for us. You know that. No? None of us have had our lives changed, unfortunately. We needed a proper economic solution, something that would transcend all the circumstances of South Africa, where we lived, what our starting position was, how much money we made, what our education was, what our experience was. It needed to transcend the entire scope in order for it to be a solution for every South African. And that is what we built. Now, we built it off of the back of a lot of experience. This company that we're part of, DuePoint, is a division of Constantia Insurance Company. This is a 70-year-old company. We were first registered in 1952. You're not dealing with a new business here this morning, and you're not dealing with a foreign business. It was a system that was going to be built by South Africans, in South Africa, for South Africans, and it was going to be public. We are a public listed entity. So everything and every presentation you've ever been to in your life before will look nothing like what you're going to see this morning, because you're not dealing with a company that is anything like what you have seen before. Our solution, after a lot of time and money and expertise, was what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system is a simple system. We didn't want anything complicated. We didn't want people to have to sell things. We didn't want people to have to advertise or to drag stock around with them. We didn't want people to have to do presentations. These are all things we're rather tired of doing. We did them the whole way through the 90s and the first 10 years of 2000. Do you remember? A lot of you have done them. You'll remember those 20 years. There were a lot of late nights and a lot of embarrassing conversations. We didn't want that. We wanted a system that used technology of today. 21st century technology. We wanted it to do the work for us. And so we created a system that said, you can contract with us as what we'll call a wealth engineer. And as a wealth engineer, we want you to connect South Africans to us by simply using our technology. We want you to click your phone and connect South Africans to us. By doing that, you will expand our ability to distribute our products. That will equal greater revenue for us. And from that greater revenue, we will create for you wealth, not cash. Cash is what you get from WhatsApp groups and Facebook pages. Cash is when you have to sell something. When you sell something, they give you 500 Rand or 700 Rand, and then they give you nothing after that until you sell again. But selling to the same people month after month after month becomes difficult because people don't want to buy the same products from you again. They don't want to buy pots and pans every month. They don't want to buy energy drinks from you every month. They get over it quickly. We wanted to create, like these fancy adverts I've heard this week, a lifetime income, a recurring monthly income that was there despite what you were doing in your life in that month. We built this off of the back of our financial services products. Why? Because they run on computer systems. They are delivered instantly, they're delivered perfectly, and they're delivered nationwide for you without any issues with transport or production or quality. It's all instant. And they run on debit orders, which means that every month the debit orders raise, every month your income comes in. It means you don't chase after people in our system. You simply connect them to us once, and our systems do everything else thereafter for you. That's what proper wealth looks like. It's not only the money, it's the freedom and the confidence of the money that comes in every month. It allows for circumstance change. Everything that you guys have done before, and you know it, has not changed your circumstances. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here this morning. We're going to have a very, very frank discussion at 11 o'clock today. And when I say it's going to be frank, most of the wealth engineers in the room, I think, are all going pale now, going, oh my goodness, if Brendan's going to be frank this morning, this is going to be nuts. All right? Because everything else that we have done in this life has not changed our circumstances. And at DuePoint, we are not into that kind of thing. Our objective is to put control back into the hands of people and to permanently change their circumstances with proper wealth. That is what our system does. Now, people say to me, but I don't have time for this, Brendan. Well, you'll be glad to know that because this is a system that's been built by South Africans, we knew that already. We knew you didn't have time. We knew you were busy. We knew you got embarrassed easily. We knew you didn't want to break your ego in front of your friends. We knew you didn't want to do all these sorts of things. So we built the system around that. We used technology to get away and get around all the things that you're afraid of doing. We've built a system of leverage. It's a system that allows you to take the little bit of time you have and leverage it amongst others and yourself to create wealth for yourself 24 hours a day, even as you sleep with us. That's hard to do when you're carrying groceries around. But here at DuePoint, you're able to do it 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In this system, you're able to use at no cost. We do not charge you for the use of our system, for our offices, our people, our staff, our expertise, our upgrades, our maintenance, our training, our application forms. There is no cost for any use of our system. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you get automatic allocation of everything in our wealth creation system. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we don't want you to be like everywhere else, where you've had to pay to start, which has put you into a negative position, and you've had to build yourself back from the negative position. No, we want you to start where you are right now and be able to move forward from this moment, this morning, with us. Folks, we also do not require you to have any specific education or experience because you're not going to be selling anything at DuePoint. This is something you need to realize. Again, it's going to be part of our frank discussion at 11 o'clock. You're not trying to sell a financial services product. What have I been talking about all morning? I've been talking about wealth. That is what we do at DuePoint. We produce wealth. We do not sell financial services products. Your conversations with individuals will always be about how do we change our circumstances by creating wealth for ourselves. It means that everybody in South Africa today can be a wealth engineer. Everybody in South Africa today can build an asset. What is an asset? An asset is something that produces income for you on a monthly basis. That's what an asset is. And when you have to go and sell something, that's not an asset. I've seen lots of websites and things where they say, build an asset from home by selling our goodies. It's not an asset when you have to sell something. It's like saying my job is an asset. Your job is not an asset. Tomorrow, it's gone. You can walk in the office on Monday morning and they say, sorry guys, retrenched. We have people in the room who have had that experience. They'll tell you what it's like to walk in the next morning when the day before you have a career and the next morning you have nothing. The same thing with your job is when you die one day, they're not giving it to your children. You know that. So it is not an asset. An asset is something that is yours. Remember, we're giving you control again. It's yours. It is something you can price and sell, which you can do in our system. In our system, your channels are available for sale. And more importantly, when you pass away one day, your income, your channel that you have built here with us, your wealth, will automatically pass on to your children so that your children can live on and grow the asset that you built for them. You know what that is? That is intergenerational wealth. At DuePoint today, we are the only company in the country that creates intergenerational wealth for its customers. No one has ever been able to come to me and say, Brendan, that statement's wrong. Because there isn't another company that will do that. We are not a new business. We are already an intergenerational company, 70 years old. 70. We have already been around long enough to be able to prove that we run across the generations. Ladies and gentlemen, would you like to leave behind something that your family can build on? That's one of the reasons why we've battled to pull our economic circumstances right in South Africa, because we don't leave anything to our children. Every time our children start, they start at the beginning again. Sometimes even negative if we've left them debt. Now at DuePoint, you have the opportunity to spend the rest of your life creating an asset with us, hand it over to your children, and they can take it even further. And we've built it so that it's super, super convenient for you. This is one of the reasons why we lose South Africans. South Africans want difficult. I don't know why. They don't have time, but they want difficult. Okay? I'm not doing it unless you give me a packet full of groceries. Folks, here we've built everything into your phone. It's already on all your phones. We're just going to show you how to unlock it this morning. We'll show you how to unlock it. Everybody in South Africa has already got DuePoint on their phones. We're going to show you how to unlock it. And that technology allows you to do the simplest thing. Just tap your phone. If you can tap your phone 3 times, then you can connect South Africans to us. That's all you've got to do. You don't have to have embarrassing conversations with them. You don't have to present. You don't have to do anything fancy. You click your phone 3 times and you're connecting South Africans to us. And that builds a platform of distribution. As you connect people, they will connect people. They will connect people. It's an app. You know how viral apps go? You just go, and it's connection, connection, connection. Our technology allocates all these people back to you. People go, how do you do it? It's all magic. We use magic and technology pulls it all together. The answer to the question is, don't worry how we do it. We just do it. Our system allocates these individuals to you. We then, as DuePoint, come along and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel you've built. And your wealth is born without you selling anything, without you dragging stock around, and without you having to do a presentation. And we distribute that wealth to you in 2 ways. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product payment in your channel every month that it is made, multiplied by a percentage of where in your channel the payment is made. So how it works is you're going to go out, you're going to connect a few people. They'll take their products, they'll make their payments, and you will get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. It's 55 Rand for every product payment every single month going forward. Yes, I know if you sell the pot, they give you 400 Rand. But they give it to you how many times? Once. That's right. Here, you will connect an individual to us once, and you will create for yourself a stream of income. If these individuals take 2 products, you get 110 Rand. 3 products get 165 Rand. 4 products get 220 Rand, not once, but every month that they are paid going forward. You'll be delighted to know that none of our products come with expiry dates on them. They do not go off and they do not end. You can have them your whole life if you want. These products are intergenerational. From one generation to the next, these products will roll on. And that means that your income, your wealth, not cash, your wealth comes in every single month. These individuals will go out and connect others. Again, you'll get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. This is a handful of connections. You're earning $1,000 a month with us. Handful of connections. It's the easiest money you've ever made. People say to me, oh, Brendan, DuePoint is so hard. Really? What do you do for work from Monday to Friday that clicking your phone is hard? No, but they don't pay. Oh, but they cancel. Oh, but they lapse. That's fine. There's 57 million people in South Africa. In your entire life, you couldn't reach all of them. So just find new people and connect them to us. Your task at DuePoint is not to ensure people pay for their products. That's not your task. Your task is to connect South Africa to us. Can I tell you that in the next 20 years, you will see every single South African come to DuePoint? That's my prediction. Because there is no other option. I was talking to one of my wealth engineers next door. He said, if you took DuePoint to Zimbabwe today, overnight the entire population would join. Why? Not because it's so great and so amazing, because there are no other options. There are none. Do you know that we are slowly heading there? How many options do you feel you have today? How many options do you think you will have next year? No. In the next 2 decades, every single South African will sit in these seats, will watch us live, will connect to us. So maybe they don't pay for their product this month. Maybe they lapse this month. Don't worry, they're coming back. And once they're connected to your channel, they're always in your channel, even if they come back 25 years from now. When they come back, they're yours. So get out there and connect. Start planning for the future. They might not pay now, but they'll be paying you in the future. Folks, you want more than $1,000 a month? Connect more people. Put more time in. If you mix the 2 ingredients to success at DuePoint, time and numbers in, and when I say time, that's not 5 weeks, guys. That's years. If you spend your years with us here at DuePoint connecting people to us, well, then you can earn any amount of money you want. You earn on a diminishing rate on a basis to the 8th point, but from the 8th point on, you always get 4% of 27 Rand 50 as long as you qualify to earn. There's no limit to your earning potential here. We're not one of those things where you only earn to here or you have to have 70-30 splits. No, we're not one of those things. We're wealth creation. You build as big as you want. How much money do you want? Well, that's up to you. It just depends on how fast you connect people to your channel. We use an example here we call 3 plus 2 to show you how we can quite accurately predict your earnings. We can. We've been around long enough. This is not new. I've got the data. And with 3 plus 2, we say, well, it's going to fit into all your lives, no matter how busy you are. And it will show you the power of the tool that you have. And then you decide, maybe you don't want to do 3 plus 2. You might want to do something completely different. 3 plus 2 says in your first month with us, just connect 3 people. That's it. 3 people. Not 8 hours a week. Not 15 people a month. I've heard all of those. I've been to all those presentations. No, just connect 3 people in your first month and then plus 2 people every month thereafter. I know that all of you have enough time to connect 2 people a month. Like no one can tell me they're so busy they can't connect 2 people a month. If you can do 2 solid connections every month, well then, and we apply all of our mathematics to it, after 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. Now people look at that and they go, what? No, that's too little. And I say to them, but you've been connecting 2 people a month for crying in a bucket. If you would like it to be more than 2,500, connect more than 2 people a month. All right? But at the same time, people go, look at my WhatsApp. Those great ones, I always tease about them. They're always black with a gold around the outside. And then all the photos from the internet, because they're not real photos. They've lifted them off the internet. Houses and cars and handbags and guys doing snow angels on beds full of money and, all of that sort of stuff. And give me 5,000 Rand today and I will make you 100,000 in 90 days. And people look at DuePoint and they look at that and they go, I'm going with this one. And what's the shelf life of these ones here? 6 to 12 months. I've had to prove that to my wealth engineers. They wouldn't believe me. They're like, oh, Brendan, this new thing's come. I'm going, so 6 months, start your clocks. 6 months later, they're gone. Year after year, DuePoint is here. You can have real, permanent, lifetime, intergenerational wealth, or you can give someone your 5,000 Rand. Those are your 2 choices that you're left with in South Africa. Here, you're not going to give me 5,000 rand. You're going to start connecting people, 2 every month. If you keep connecting 2 every month for a year with us, 1 year, you can reasonably expect to be on 9 to 10,000 rand a month. 9 to 10,000 rand a month, 120,000 rand a year. How's that change your life? Just an extra 10 grand every month. You know, it's great to get 2 paychecks. You've got your job, pays you at the end of the month, and around about the middle of the month, DuePoint puts 10,000 rand in your bank account. What does that feel like already to you? Is it worth a year's worth of effort? I think it's worth a year's worth of effort. What about 2? If you can connect just 2 people a month, we don't change anything. Yeah, they're lapsing, some are cancelling. People are laughing at you because they think it's a Ponzi or a pyramid, but they have no idea what they're talking about. If you can keep going through all of that, then after 2 years, you can reasonably expect to be on about 27 to 30,000 rand a month. 360,000 rand a year, and you're now in the top third of earners in the country. You've done it in 2 years. I know that most of you in this room have never earned 30,000 rand in a month. How do I know that? Because the tax man tells me. SARS statistics say only 1/3 of South Africans will earn 30,000 rand or more. That's SARS. And yet here I say that after 2 years, you can reasonably expect to do this. Of course, you need to do something. I can guarantee you'll earn nothing if you do nothing. But if you build at least 2 solid connections a month, every month for 24 months, you can get yourself to 30,000 rand a month. If you do it for 3 years, it'll become 40. If you do it for 4 years, it'll become 60. If you can do it for 5 years, you should reasonably be able to expect to earn somewhere between 80 and 100,000 rand a month with us. It's R1 million a year. It's 5 years to get there. You might have noticed how quickly I was able to click through the 5 years. It won't be that quick for you. It will be a full 5 years. But how long is 5 years, guys? Is it a long time? No. Do you know that in 6 months' time it's 2020? They used to write about 2020 in science fiction books. 6 months' time, we're there. I can't wait for the time travel, the faster than light speed travel, because that's what they used to write about. We are in the future already. That's how fast time is passing right now. 5 years is nothing. But you cannot quit after 5 weeks. You can't quit after 5 months or even after a year. You cannot. Because the ingredient for success at DuePoint is time. It's time. South Africans don't like that. I want to get rich now. Well, we're going to talk about that at 11 o'clock today too. So stick around. Folks, every month we put people on stage. We've been doing this for years. This is a nationwide business. And we show people building wealth here. Slowly, fast, in the middle. Some people who are doing it really amazingly and some people are really struggling. We show you everything. I'm not hiding anything here. I want you to see it. You will decide where you are in the spectrum of people with us. This last month, we had Paul up with us about 2 weeks ago. Paul's been with us for 10 months. Full-time employed. He's actually here with us this morning. You can go and ask him how he does it afterwards. Quite amazing. And he fits it in between his full-time employment. No, I'm too busy. Well, Paul's too busy. He's too busy. And he's also recognized as one of the best employees of his nationwide business, has been for every year for the last decade. So now I want you to not only be full-time employed, I want you to be the star employee and build at DuePoint. And over the course of 10 months, just on the side, he's built himself an income of 3,000 rand a month. That's 36,000 rand a year. What would you do with an extra 36,000 rand a year? What would you do? Pays for Christmas, doesn't it? Holiday, Christmas gifts. But it could do more than that. It could be settling your debt. That 3 grand a month is a car repayment. That's what he's got. He's done it in less than a year. What will happen in the next 10 months? What does that number look like? Then we've had Don down in Port Elizabeth sent us up a fantastic video of his journey with us. 2.5 years with us. But Don's busy. He's too busy for DuePoint. He's an entrepreneur. He's building businesses. He's a motivational speaker. He's a trainer. He doesn't have time for DuePoint. But in between things, along the way, for 2.5 years, he connects the odd person, connects the odd person, connects the odd person. And now we put 11,000 rand a month into his bank account. These are people that are too busy. These are people who have other priorities, families. Paul's got a young family. He doesn't have time for this. But it's so easy to click, click, click and connect people. Click, click, click and connect people. And that's what they do. And now, 130,000 rand a year later, Don's going, I don't know what I've been doing with my time. I'm going to do more DuePoint. This is the easiest thing you're going to get to do. The hardest part is going to be overcoming your own emotional state. That's what you're going to have to do. When someone says to you, no, this is a pyramid scheme and you don't know how to answer them, well, then you're going to have to overcome that. That's the only thing that's going to stand in your way of connecting people to DuePoint, is you. You can choose what you want here at DuePoint. If you think it's too little, you want more money, 50 grand, 100 grand, whatever it might be, well, we got everyone on the entire spectrum here. Go and look at our YouTube testimonies. You'll find people earning 15 grand, 30, 50, 100. You'll find them there. Whatever it is that you want to earn, you can create here at DuePoint. Time and numbers will be your two ingredients. You'll choose what you do. That's the first way that we create wealth for you. The second is through our XP Rewards training program. Our training program will teach you how to do this business in every possible way. As you complete the steps in it, we will give you XP points. Those XP points will accumulate, and as they accumulate and your channel grows, we rank you up in our training program. As we rank you up, we reward you. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. We're going to give you some cash to keep you cash flow flush as you build your business. Then when you get to rank 5, we're going to give you toolkits that help you connect people to us. You can buy all these items if you want afterwards, but at rank 5, you will be able to get that kit from us. Then at rank 7, we're going to give you a 20,000 Rand set of business cards, imported, custom made for you and gold gilded. The finest set of cards in the country, hands down, and they're now in your pocket. When you give them to people, they're going to want to connect to DuePoint. And then for those of you who've mixed in that ingredient of time and you make it through to rank 9, when you make it to rank 9, you and your family will go away with us every year for the rest of your life. All you need to do is maintain your channel size. This is not a competition. You don't requalify every year. Once you rank 9, you rank 9. You just maintain what you've done. And if you do that every year for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away. 5-star, business class, all expenses paid, no matter where you are in the country. None of these silly WhatsAppy things that we've seen, where it's you only get you, not no one else, basic meal, you got to find your way to the airport, nonsense. This is what wealth looks like. Do you think Patrice Motsepe, when he gets on his private jet, has to, he's thinking about, I can only have the basic meal. I can only stay in a 3-star hotel or a camping site. No, because he understands what wealth looks like. He understands what wealth looks like. Yeah, we will teach you what wealth looks like. And wealth looks like a 5-star holiday every year. All paid for. Delivered already. We've been going on these trips for years. I'm going to show you real footage of families with their children, wealth engineers, on holiday with us. Not fake stuff from the internet. Do you want to join us? If you do, and you put the time in, then your trips, your holidays can look a bit like this. We're deep enough into the year now for everyone to be longing for December. We're all longing for that holiday already. Well, there's enough time still for anyone to join us. Every year you can see the growing group of rank 9s that travel away with us. Who's going to join us this year? I've heard some people say, no, I'm going next year. Why do you want to go next year? We're going this year. Why would you? I see it on the stream and on Facebook. Oh, I'll see you 2020. I'm like, we've booked the hotel. The air tickets are waiting. We've made deposits. We're ready to go. We know where we're going. It's a new place this year that we're going. And you can join us. It's all a matter of deciding what your priority is. What's making you rich at the moment? Is this thing that's sucking all your time up, this job thing, is it making you rich? No. It's probably making you poorer. In fact, I know it is. Every year. Why would you not want to just commit some time now? Some time and some energy to something that could change your life forever. Why would you not want to? At rank 11, we get another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not financed through us. We don't rent it to you, and we don't give it to you and take it away. It's your car. It's your car because it is a tool for the creation of wealth. That's 1/3 of our program, folks. We've got 2/3 more after this. What's in the other 2/3 if in the first third there are holidays and cars? Well, find some rank 12s and odds and ends around here. There's a few of them here this morning. And they can start to tell you what's beyond rank 9, 10, and 11. Folks, we build this wealth off of the back of our products. We've got 4 products. We believe they're the best in their category in South Africa for price and benefit. Welcome for anyone to do some research. We do constant research on it. And so this morning, even if you go, oh, I don't want to do it, you can still love the products. We got 4 products. Our first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It's 324 Rand a month, and for that, you get 2 independent products. You get your very own tax-free investment account and 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand of your 324 and we put it into your investment account every single month so that you can grow an asset. Our next product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month. For that, you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover, no waiting periods, no medical examinations or declarations, and no maximum age limits. It doesn't matter who you are or what your circumstances are. Every South African can be a wealth engineer with us. And then our family wealth plan, it starts at $299. It has a whole host of options. You can pick between 20,000 or 30,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, and whether you want 5 or 10 family members on the plan with you. And as the principal member, we give you 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover so that when you pass away, we settle 10,000 Rands worth of your debt so that your family don't have to. Our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month to be a member. As a member, you get access to all of our suppliers who offer us discounts, vouchers, prices, VIP services, packages, etc. that you couldn't get as an individual. We are constantly adding suppliers to our list, and it is a list that can help you change your monthly expenditure. Do you not want to get more for your money? Well, that's what this product does for you. Every one of our videos has a training video. Every one of our products has a training video attached to it, a full review where you can learn how to get the maximum benefit out of every one of these products. So don't call client service and say, please explain the product. They won't. They're going to say, go to our video. It's on your app. It's on our website. Go watch the video and understand how best to extract value. Now, folks, one of the criticisms we've had in the past, which was also straight out of ignorance, was that you can't earn fast enough at DuePoint. I need my cash now for selling my pots and pans. Folks, no, that is also incorrect. At DuePoint, there is no other system in the country that we know of that allows you to earn as fast as our system. We have what's called an Achiever's Quest that runs every month. It resets on the 1st of every month, and it runs for the calendar month, and it says, in that calendar month, if you're able to connect 10 people to us and have them paid in that same month, then at the end of the month, we will boost your returns and your rewards by an extra 5,000 Rand. Any one of you who can connect 10 people to us and have them paid in any month can get 5 grand. You know what? It resets. Which means that every month you can get that 5 grand for 10 people. That's 60,000 Rand a year you can get by simply connecting 10 people a month to us. That's all. But if you connect 20 people to us, we'll make it 10 grand a month. Every month. If you can make it 30 people, 1 person a day. Can you connect 1 person a day to DuePoint? Because if you can, we'll give you 15 grand bonus on top of your returns and rewards every single month going forward. That's 180,000 Rand a year. Most of you are not earning that. And you can get it by simply connecting 30 people and having them paid by the end of every month. No one must tell you you cannot earn fast at DuePoint. No one. Because there is nothing in the country today that makes you earn like we do. Then in 2019, we have laid down the ultimate challenge for South Africans. We call it our 365 challenge, and it is for every wealth engineer, new and old. It starts on the day you join us. If you become a wealth engineer today, you have 365 days in which to connect to us 365 people. If you can do that, well then at the end of your 365 days, we will give you the equivalent of 1.25 million rands worth of value. 1.25 million. Are any one of you doing anything this year that's going to earn you 1.25 million rand? You need to very seriously count the cost of walking away from DuePoint. This is not made up stuff. This is not like something that's blown in from overseas. We're a publicly listed and licensed 70-year-old insurance company. When we make promises, we deliver on them. Every promise we've made over the years, we've delivered on. You can ask any one of our wealth engineers. This is a delivered promise. Who is going to deliver you the equivalent value of 1.25 million rand in the next year? Who is going to do it? When you say to me, it's too hard to connect one person a day, I say, really? People are going to make you work a lot harder for a hell of a lot less in the next 12 months. At the end of your 365 days, we're going to give you a check for 365,000 rand. Your channel, we know the mathematics, will have grown past rank 9. You'll be coming away with us on holiday. Your channel will have grown past rank 11, which means that you, maybe for the first time in your life, will get your very own brand new car in the next 365 days. But more importantly than all of that, what are we in the business of? What do we sell at DuePoint? Wealth. We're in the business of wealth. Your returns on your channel, we estimate, will be around 40,000 to 50,000 rand a month. That's 500,000 to 600,000 rand a year. Have any of you gone from 0 to 600,000 rand a year in any year in your careers? No. Be very careful when you walk away from DuePoint. Be very careful, because you are giving up something of significant value that we have put down for you. Connect a person a day to us for a year, and your life will be different forever after just 12 months with us. This is a nationwide business, ladies and gentlemen. We're traveling around the country all the time. Obviously, we broadcast nationwide every day. But we go down so that I can prove to people that I'm not a computer graphic. You'll be amazed how many people think I'm just a CGI. Obviously, excruciatingly good looking. But I come down to prove to them that I'm real. And on the 20th of July, we're in the Free State in Bloemfontein. I'm expecting to see all of you here, down there on the 20th of July. But I'm also expecting to see the whole of the Free State there. I saw again on our Facebook page yesterday, oh, when they come to Free State, I hope they're coming to Kimberley. No, I've said for the last month, I'm coming to Bloemfontein. It's written there. Folks, we're going to be in Bloemfontein. Get in your car, drive up, wherever you are. Get your guests planned now. We need to know how big a venue. We had the most incredible encounter in Port Elizabeth a couple of weeks ago actually, and we are expecting to have an even bigger one down in Bloemfontein. So I hope you're planning. Those of you outside the Free State, we expect to see you there too. Book your travel and accommodation now. 20th of July, we want the whole nation in the Free State building nationwide wealth. Go to our website and our app and click the events button, scroll down to the item and click attend and book your tickets and your guest tickets. Book them now. We want to know how big a venue to book. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to become a wealth engineer this morning, it's very simple. You're going to go to our website, DuePoint.net. You're going to watch the videos, read the pages, whatever you want to do. Then you click apply and join. Within 3 minutes, you will be a wealth engineer, not a single cent having left your pockets. So husbands, you can make this decision by yourselves this morning. You do not need to tell the person who brought you here or the person who linked you to this video today, I need to go and speak to my spouse. No, you don't. What you want to do is go back to your spouse and say, you are not going to believe what I picked up this morning. That's what you want to go and say to them. This is not a financial commitment. This is a wealth creation tool that you're picking up this morning. Do the research. Understand who we are. Go to the JSC's website and look us up under Conduit Capital. Go to Constantia's website. Look at our financial statements, our directors, our BEE status, whatever you need. This is a public company. Go and look for it. Go to the regulators' websites. We're regulated by more than 8 regulators. You tell me if your WhatsApp-y thingy is regulated. We have 8 regulators that look after us. In fact, these days it's more. And you can go to their website, the FSCA's website, see our licenses there, life and short-term, and our FSP licenses. Not one, but many. Go get comfortable with who and what you're doing. And then put aside your circumstances, put aside your excuses, put aside all the things that hold you back. And pick up this tool and start making some serious change in your life now. Folks, at 11 o'clock today, we're running our monthly development seminar. We're going to be talking about prospecting, inviting, and connecting. It's the first time I've done this type of dev seminar before. And it's one that people have been asking me for years. So I'm expecting all of you back here. You've been asking for it. You better not stay at home. If you've been asking for it, I'm going to come and get you. I think this is going to be one of our most important development seminars. It is a basic tool of how we connect people to DuePoint. All the things that you've been worried about, how do I say it? All the things that you've been saying incorrectly. We're going to get through all of that this morning. And we're going to show you just how simple this business is. 3 steps: prospect, invite, connect. It's at 11 o'clock. Those of you who are watching from around the country, tune back in for the Dev Seminar at 11 o'clock. We should be live almost immediately. For those of you in Joburg, if you're watching me live now, you've got 15 minutes to get here. I expect to see you in the seats of our studio, and I expect to see you here with your channels. We want everybody here. You want everybody watching this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, go outside, become wealth engineers, and then let me see you back inside. If you've got questions and concerns, ask me outside or call client services. Thank you very much. See you at 11.